Welcome everyone to episode 2 of the Video Game Book Club for the month of January 2021. If you don't know what Video Game Book Club is, the basic concept is we all play a game none of us have ever touched before, and then we have a discussion about said game at the end of the month. This time I am joined by Shai Shen, Nakuso, Teoman, Bajirwin, Soul, and a newcomer to the club, Nengo. Say hello everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Ciao.
What's up, suckers?
Oh,
gamers.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we
What
go.
is up, my gamers?
What's good in the hood, my
Shalom.
shizzle, my nizzles.
As
Catch me on
always, everyone's links to their respective YouTubes, Twitches, social media, etc. can be found in the description box below. I encourage everyone to follow them, support them, because, you know, they're pretty awesome human beings in my unbiased opinion. So this time around, we are taking a look at Double Kick Heroes on the Xbox Game Pass, which was nominated by Soul and won the popular vote amongst all of us here. If you don't know what Double Kick Heroes is, it is a game that was developed by Headbang Club and was first released on April 11th, 2018. The official game website describes it as, here we go, quote, an explosive metal rhythm game set in an apocalyptic world. Lead your band on a road trip through the wasteland. Blast zombies with your Gundalak and crush them with the power of metal. But that is how the website describes the game. Let's ask everyone here how they would describe the game. So starting off with Shai Shen. First question. How would you describe the game to someone in one short sentence?
I would call it a taiko drum quote zombie game.
Button mashing rock music pixel game thing.
It's a beautifully drawn game with backgrounds, menu artwork, but has definite flaws in the gameplay. It's something.
All right, I felt a little bit of pain towards the end there.
Killing zombies to the beat of rock music with hot tatted characters.
It's a literal highway to hell.
Damn it, that was good. I'm
that
upset.
was what the frick? Yeah, that was good, man.
So many catchphrases, yeah.
Way to hell.
It's a pop culture fest.
Frantically fingering your freakishly fetish fingers onto your heavy metal keyboard.
Woo, we love alliteration.
Alliteration, baby.
I don't
All
I'm not
right.
expecting that.
How much experience do you have with the music rhythm game genre? Please mention any games that come to mind.
Played the Guitar Hero series,
Mhm.
the Rock Band series, and that's pretty much the main rhythm games. Other than that, I don't really play rhythm games all that often unless it's with other people. But on my own
Okay.
accord, very rarely, if at all. And this, I guess you can also add this game to that list now. So
Well, the games I have played is like, as what Tauman said, is the Rock Band series, Guitar Hero
Really?
series. But there's also the Patapon games that I played on the PSP.
Good taste. Uh-huh.
And there was I played a bit of what's that game called? League Beat Agents, but that was
Yeah.
I played it from a friend.
God, I'm kind of a dirty sloot for them rhythm games.
All right.
Obviously, gotta start off strong.
Wait, did you say dirty flute?
Obviously,
He's a dirty
flute. I'm
Oh,
a dirty
okay.
sloot. This is a.
just trying to keep it appropriate for your channel.
I did play the flute for a bit, but anyways, so,
Definitely flute.
let me think. So obviously, Guitar Hero you can't forget the classics.
Mhm.
Rock Band, but the classic of the classics, the Parappa the Rappa.
Oh,
Let me think what
sad to hear.
else. Right, Elite Beat Agents. Yes. I think whenever I go to the arcade, I always my body just physically reacts towards the rhythm games. So DDR, I just can't pull away. Let me think. And so yeah, when I think I love rhythm games. Yes,
Okay.
that is my conclusion. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
All right. Thank
That's
you
a
for
great
that TED Talk. It's beautiful.
Surprisingly, over my childhood, rhythm games really shaped me as a person. It's something that I don't really talk about or discuss that often, but I
Mhm.
played over probably 20 rhythm games, some popular ones being
Dang.
DDR in the arcade in
Dang.
Japan.
Uh-huh.
That was my first experience. And then
Expert
also,
mode, right?
of course,
Expert mode?
Oh dear.
so like I was saying, Parappa the Rapper as was another game that I was introduced. That was my first one on console. And after that, I played like a lot of other games, some hidden gems like Luminous, which was like puzzle game for the PSP. Of course, Guitar Hero, Patapon, Elite Beat Agents. And in modern times, I love like Beat Saber, which really got me back into rhythm games. Along with,
Yes.
along with Otsu, it's beautiful.
Yep.
And also like Beat Hazard. It's a lot of rhythm games that I played. But yeah, quite a bit during my childhood and a decent amount right now. The current one I'm playing is Muse Dash, which is a really cute indie game one.
So take the games Nango has played, minus
Oh.
Rapper the Rapper. Add
Oh.
Patapon, ungodly amounts of Beat Saber and DDR, some magical hair pulling moments with Rhythm Heaven, possibly the Fever one. I don't remember which one. And then every time we go to the arcade, on all the Japanese and Korean ones that I can't read because it's not translated to English, like the drum one and then the spinny one that we played in the corner that looked really suspicious, and then those are
I
the
know
good
which one
ones.
you're
Though. The
talking about.
suspicious ones in the corner are the good ones. Don't worry
So
about it.
basically, the games where you just can't understand any of the text.
Yes,
All
but
right.
because it's
Different
rhythm, you
language.
know how to play it because it's just music. You just don't know what
Yeah.
song you're playing.
All right.
And then also like the no, this was important. It was in my brain. It was brain. Come on. The Persona dancing ones and the Miku Miku ones. That, I like to think I'm cultured.
Those are solid games, though. I did play the Hatsumiku, so give thumbs up.
I'm a weeb. Don't worry about it.
Rhythm games. I've been enjoying them throughout my childhood. Yeah, Patapon in my early life. Played a lot of Rock Band and Guitar Hero, especially with some people in this chat. Played a lot of Citus and Demo. If you guys ever heard of that, it's on mobile.
Citus. Yes.
A lot of every time I go to an arcade, especially those larger ones you see in Seattle and or the bigger cities. Sound Voltex. Have you guys ever heard of that? I played a lot of that every time. It's one of the first games I go to in an arcade.
Okay.
I played a lot of Beat Saber.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good past the intermediate level. And then a while ago I was super into Osu, and then I cut off Osu and I played a lot of Osu Mania, which is basically this game but in a vertical view, so you're hitting the same notes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically Osu, it's just horizontal. Yeah, I got pretty decent at them. Yeah, those most of the games I really played.
So for me, I would say I have a lot of experience playing the music rhythm game genre. In fact, a lot of the time I played the music rhythm game genre was with the people who are here in this video right now. So Shaishen, Soul, Bajirwin, Tailman, Nengo. I don't know how many hours you poured into the Guitar Hero and Rock Band series, but man, those are probably some of the greatest times. We even played to the point where it's just like our eyes are dry, our hands are hurting, our fingers are on the brink of bleeding. But you know what? We just freaking love rock music, so we just powered through.
No
Other
more
than
vocal
those
cords.
two game genres, I've also played Donkey Konga 1 and 2, Rhythm Heaven on the DS, Rhythm Heaven Fever, with primarily with Tailman and Nengo, and I stayed over their house. We beat it in like one sitting, tried to gold medal everything. I also played the DDR games, Patapons 1 through 3, Prappa the Rapper 1 and 2. Yes, there's a second one, but most people don't know about it. And Elite Beat Agents on the hardest difficulty, which
Wow.
I think I think everyone really remembers that. Everyone that I've grown up with, how small the circles would get and how fast you'd have to react.
I remember the hand cramps. Yes.
Yes.
I think your biggest flex is breaking the DDR machine. In
Heck yeah.
DreamWorks.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Because
Yeah.
those machines get like so difficult to actually press the buttons. So you literally have to stomp. But then it got to a point where we stomped too hard. So it kind of broke.
It's okay.
Just
Broke the one that
kinda.
didn't
Just
matter.
happens.
And then the final game on the list is Piano Tiles on the Phone.
Oh my gosh, me too!
Excited about that game.
I don't know if that's a
I'm in that
Mobile
one.
gaming is the future.
It counts. I accept.
But Jerwin, what is one thing you liked about the game?
A legit answer would be all the cool details, like the extra details they put into the map. Like if you took a second to like stare at everything, there's like a lot of cool like landmarks, and I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just pretty to look at. But then a really dumb thing that I liked was watching the character James, the guy with the long hair,
Mhm.
him washing his hair in the the holy water basin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Like the one time I could remember anything about the plot was him wishing he could take a shower, and the next scene he's washing his hair at the church, and I don't know why. I just thought that was really cute.
One thing. That's it. Okay. The variety of like different types of music throughout the game. It has stuff like heavy metal, black metal, and if you're into it, satanic metal.
The best kind of metal.
Oh, yeah,
My
baby.
favorite song during the whole thing though was like "Bloody Asphalt." That's like what really caught me. There's like a couple others, but that one really sounded like the early '70s and '80s era of metal music with that really type of like wide, iconic vocals and stuff.
Mhm.
And it has some really juicy rips in it. Yeah, I like it. The music is very good.
Hell yeah.
And
juicy.
that's it. That's it.
Ooh, one thing. Okay. Not to sound thirsty, but I did love all of all of the character designs. I love how like distinctive all their tattoos are, their personalities, their hair. And it made usually, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to text, I tend to like skim over the dialogue. I'm kind of like, that's interesting. But in this game, I was like, oh my god, did they just say that? Or like, oh my god, this is actually pretty hilarious.
All right. Got you.
I'd say there's like some subtle references of like some games and movies, even the
Okay.
ones I have not heard. Like in that one prison area, there's a poster on the right. There's like Brutal Legends that I have not played, but I recognize that
Dude.
cover anywhere.
That was beautiful.
That kind of style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you did not share that with me over Discord, I would have missed it completely.
Yeah. Also, there was the I think further on this, like on another safe house, there's like a pub that says like World's End Pub, and it's like referencing to
Yes.
the movie as well.
Mhm. Thank you. Someone else got the reference. Hope Tailman got the reference.
I did. I saw it.
Okay.
My Vocaloid
My
brain.
man.
That's why I
of-
said pop culture frenzy.
I did good.
I was thinking of World's End's dance hall, but that's not what they were referencing. I'm sorry. Dang it.
It's all good.
Oh, you done?
It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, so
The end of the video game review. It's all
Okay.
good.
so you are done, right? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, see, that's why I gotta double check with him. He's like disconnect sometime. Okay,
Maybe
so
next
you're
time
good. You're good now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Okay. Just gotta double check, man.
The exit button. No, I was kidding.
Oh my god.
I love the music.
Spicy.
Nah, real talk. I actually did like the music and the oozing amount of pop culture references, whether it be just during the safe house areas or the characters, you could definitely tell what they were based off of,
Mhm.
like just loosely enough, but you could tell who they were. And yeah, I just love the whole just the music and the references the game was just packed full of. Soul said, you just had to really look out for him, and when you see him, you'll be like, they know what's up.
For me specifically, the one thing I liked about the game were the 2D animated sprites. However, specifically the safe houses, when I would actually do like full animation, kind of like what Bajoran said earlier when he was washing his hair in the holy water. Like scenes like that is what really gave the characters personality, and I absolutely loved those scenes. If only the rest of the game actually looked like that. But anyways,
Ooh.
next question.
Wait,
Got him.
you skipped Shay Shen.
I like the heavy metal aesthetic. That was interesting. Like the way of they mixed metal with the rhythm game. That was kind of spot on. The aesthetic of mixing metal to the rhythm game, not the game itself though. But even though I'm not too much of a metalhead, the little details in art really gave it a nice touch. And yeah, what you said, the animations always gave it a little bit of a liveliness to the sprites, especially in the background. Even though it wasn't too much of my forte, the dialogue was kind of interesting to read. But the biggest thing that held it all together for me was like the point and click games where the background has always filled with more detail.
Mhm.
And it's just something nice to see.
What is one thing you did not like about the game?
Oh,
There it goes.
He's got that long list already.
Okay. So one thing that I didn't like, which kind of ties together with the overall package of the game and enjoyment of rhythm games, is the gameplay or slash UI. It really made the game a slog to play through. The screen, the way it's positioned at the bottom, was really hard to enjoy. Was in the middle of the screen. It has some really great animations. A lot of the enemies and bosses had some really cool stuff happening, but half of the time, or probably like 75% of the time, I honestly couldn't even see what was happening, and it was really unfortunate. Well, that along with the buttons and the icons, and I finally found out why everyone's eyes may have been blurry when playing through it.
Okay.
Because I played another rhythm game that has, well, it's basically Muse Dash, the one I was talking about earlier, and that has the enemies and other stuff coming towards you. It's all crystal clear. But when I was playing Double Kick, I noticed that the little icons, the buttons that you press, are actually like blurry.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what caused the eye strain, because the rest of the track that you're playing on is like crystal clear. But every time any of the grenades or the buttons that you press come along, they're actually like blurry or have a lot of bloom on it. So I noticed that is what gave me a headache really quick into playing that particular game compared to the other game that I mentioned.
Okay.
And I could keep going on, but I don't want to have this as a thesis.
Come on, let all of us have some fun here.
Yeah, we'll run out of things to say if you say them all.
It's my turn to be a hater. No, I kind of agree with Nakuso's point. I wanted to be able to watch the animation of all the zombies getting killed, all the bosses being the monstrous beings that they are. But then I can catch my eyes losing track of where I am, and suddenly I lost the game, or it was hard focusing where I wanted to focus while trying to just play the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how they could fix that or rearrange the screen so it works in a way where you can look without getting too distracted. But yeah, that was my problem. Just I wanted to focus somewhere else a lot of the time, but I can't because I wanted to play the game.
It's almost the same as what Nagasto and Nengo said, but it's also like I'm not sure if it's me, but it's just like there's some sort of button lag when I'm like trying to hit it. But there's also like when you're trying to time the beats right or something like that. It makes it. It doesn't tell me. I know it shows me like how it says that you hit it perfect or good, but I want something like the Elite Beat Agents when you tap on the when you time the button correctly.
like that feedback loop.
It's
okay.
Yeah. And I don't like how the controls are somewhat spread out. Like you have to use the arrow keys and you have to press like the control key to like use the grenades. But it's also like the difficulty it gives me, because I had to go like to easy mode several times on some levels because they were like so difficult. But yeah, it's just it's like it should show like what's like in a Guitar Hero rock band. They should show what kind of difficulty the music is, rather than just like go in there like everything's also difficult with a certain difficulty. Like you're in normal mode and it's still hard for you to like get the control like down. Both things at once. Yeah, it's like causing my brain to like mess up and like miss several buttons already.
This is probably going to tie in with difficulty, but the game, especially towards the end, is literal key vomit. That's all it is. Just mindlessly mashing the keys. I feel like there's no variety or thought put into the way the keys are set up. It's just mindlessly mashing. And, I thought it was just me, because I was like, man, maybe I just suck at the game. But no, that's not entirely true. Because I was like comparing it, right? I was looking into Through Fire and Flames by Dragon Force, like on Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Even though those notes are really difficult to hit, you can actually feel the melody of the song as you're playing the song, Like everyone knows the iconic da 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 da. Even
that intro.
Yeah. Like you can, when you're like strumming the beat, the melodic notes, it feels right. This game.
But remember. You're playing on a guitar, on a peripheral. It might be different if you're playing on the drum set, like Rock Band.
Yeah, that is true. And it's because it's so specific. Because with the way the game is set up, it's called Double Kick Heroes. It's because you're essentially just playing the double kick bass drums, basically the foot pedal, and that's the reason why that's the reason why there's so much. I just call it key vomit. It's just like it's mindless, and it just felt I just could not get into it.
Yeah,
Button mashing.
Yeah, it was just button mashing at that point. So that's my one thing I didn't like about the game.
Yeah, to add on to that, like even before, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to finish the game. I was like 3 or 4 songs away. But even like midway through the game, just random songs, like when you could tell it was an obvious like double bass beat, the keys were just so almost felt like they were random. So I didn't know how to time my hits perfectly, and I just end up missing more notes than usual. And this isn't even like near the end of the game. This is like one of the first few songs, and some songs will be okay, and the others will just be like you said, literal key vomit. So that's what always threw me off in those parts, because I wasn't, it's annoying.
Well, with what I just said, the style and design was nice, but I feel the developers created an average game in terms of core gameplay. I don't know if I'm bad or what. I kept on having issues with the timing of all the notes and kept feeling off beat. Like even trying to use that sync option in the settings with the notes. Like the rhythm game was more frustrating than fun. It was just a constant annoyance to keep my eyes on the notes, enemies in my car. It took me away from what I thought was a fun experience. Like it tried to combine a hectic action with a rhythm game, which does not work. Like I kept on getting burned from bad gameplay mechanics most of the time.
Okay.
Like I always tried to keep my game on expert, but I always kept on having to change my difficulty from extreme to easy because how much BS was showing up on my screen. Like, watch enemy fire, watch the snare and drum, switch to top and snare and lower snare. Like, watch the hit marker, the gun direction, the combo bar, watch the enemies, dodge the car. It was like almost I was playing through a trashy Fire and Flames and the Left 4 Dead at the same time.
Whoa. You know what?
Whoa.
All right, let's just end it there. That's the video. I'm just gonna cut that and like upload it to the channel if that's cool.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That was a pretty good explanation.
Oh, all right, that was good. I don't think that was one thing, but you know what? It's fine.
No, it was a combined effort.
So I noticed immediately that one, I couldn't see anything. Like when I'm playing a rhythm game, my eyes might go a little blurry because I'm just like zoning out, but I can still like see the images and I can still time it, you know? But for some magical reason, this game, because of where like the UI, where everything is placed and the inconsistent like syncing of the notes, I could not unfocus my eyes. And to focus my eyes, I'd have to look away from the music bar. And then I would just have to guess at where the thing was. So actually, when you guys were talking about like button mashing vomit, that was the only time I could look away from the bar because I can just smash my fingers and hit the notes. So it's like unbalanced. And then the moment that they decide to like try to be different with the smashing of your keys, I tried to set a different difficulty and then the game reset. So I had to play from the very beginning.
Oh,
and I was just like, that was my biggest thing. It's the fact that the game's UI and overall like mechanics, just the
Didn't feel
programming
right.
of everything made it difficult for me to see, and it made it difficult for me to even want to go back to it because it deleted all of my save, and I just played on a lower difficulty to speedrun it, hoping I'm pressing buttons. Like I played initially like at a decently difficult level, and then it was just so unbalanced that I couldn't like get a momentum of like hitting the notes, you know, like get in the groove.
Okay.
So that was just all of that just made it not want to play.
If you could make one improvement to the game, what would it be?
It's their UI and their. I would want to say timing, but since this is just one, I would just say like their UI in a way, because we can't. It's just how it's like. From the previous question, like what Nagaso and the others said about how you're always looking down, they should have gone at least like with some sort of timing mechanism, more of a timing mechanism like the Elite Beat Agent one, or the rhythm thief kind of a gameplay for their UIs and stuff, rather than just like. you just have it's rather than just like keep on looking down and like getting so blurry from the moving key buttons that you have to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just you can alternate which keys, but it's just like who am I supposed to hit? What am I supposed to do?
Okay.
And it should at least, and if you're like for the targeting thing, it should at least show like how the gun's like moving left or right, like when it's like targeting which one's automatically targeting.
Okay.
Rather than like staying like shooting in one direction, and rather than it's just like not in movement. I mean, not in the moving kind of way.
Oh man, where to start? I think honestly, it would just have to be just the overall appearance, like the work area. I can't tell if I need to shoot up or down, or at least now I know. But and if they're getting close, which ones to shoot at? Just the whole, just like your play area and then what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I know it's like overdone, but I feel like the rock band / Guitar Hero method of it coming towards you would be a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, maybe because maybe they could have split that in half or something. I don't know. Just like clean it up so where like you could tell what's going on at a glance.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm trying to say.
It kind of goes back to what I said in the previous question where I was talking about literal key vomit. There's one thing I could improve in the game. I think it would be amazing, and in fact, it probably improve the game a lot if you could actually swap to the other band members as they're playing. Like, you're able to play their parts of the song, and you can just alternate between them.
Like Rock Band Blitz?
Like Rock Band Blitz or like DJ Hero. You know how you have multiple tracks, right? And then when you switch over to that track, you can hear more of that instrument, basically. And I know that this would be doable, and it's because this game is an original soundtrack. They created all the music themselves. So I know for a fact they already have it layered on top. I feel like if they implemented that into the game itself, and then as you're playing through the game and you're being forced to switch, like kind of like what Tailman said, right? Switching the guns, maybe each gun or weapon on the car could represent a different instrument in the song. So I think if they did that, we'd probably be having a completely different discussion about this game. Like it would feel better, at least in terms of like the different notes and the melodies that you're playing. So for me, that's the one improvement I would make on the game.
Well, while playing, I've just been burned so many times by having to selectively choose which gun I had to use from top to bottom, because when the faster notes started to come around, what you said, like I had to use both keys to alternate to keep my rhythm, like right, left, right, right, to the point. Yeah. But the game kept on giving me difficulties on some like on one sneaky bastard coming up from some direction, and just someone just coming from the bottom of my car while I had to focus on a million triplet notes coming at me. Like the levels where even having perfectly hit notes can fail you because of which top or bottom key you hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, that was the biggest gripe I had, to the point where I wish they added the option for like the ability to combine the guns so you're just focused on the notes.
Yeah.
Just to have a fun experience with a rhythm game, just to ease some of the frustration I had.
I put a lot of thought into this. And basically, if you take that music bar, it can still be horizontal if they really want to keep it that way because of the 2D-ness of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Make it like wider so it like covers more of the screen. Because for me, it was only like maybe 1/12 of my screen that I actually had to look at. So like if you make that wider, you will take away some of the scenery, but it might help with your eye strain, and then fixing the syncing up of your notes so that you can actually tell if it was a perfect, a good, or an okay, or a miss. Because that one was super random. Like there's no set guarantee like, oh yeah, that's a perfect. Because I saw my perfect go like up and down from the actual midpoint. So it's not actually a perfect. That would have been more like a good. So fixing that would have helped with the rhythm, the space so your eyes aren't blurry. And then if they had the option to, what's the word? If you can control the direction you're shooting your gun, as in like if they added that into the music of each song, instead of having you decide, hey, I want to hit the top zombies, and basically take away the autonomy of choosing.
Mhm.
And it's like in the music itself, it's like we are now switching to the top zombies because they're coming in. Now we're switching to the bottom zombies because they're coming in. So it's like that is built into the song instead of randomly assigned zombies are coming forward and then you have to look quickly to see what's coming at you instead of that randomness. It's built into the song, if that makes sense. That's like extra work on their part, but you know. And if not that, I mean, fix the save feature. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll slide that in there real quick.
Normally, I have like stuff to say about the UI to expand upon what others said, but I want to change it up since everyone's kind of mentioning UI.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with some of the audio in the game.
Thank
So there's like certain instruments, certain like the bass, the cymbals, and entirely the entire track of the music that doesn't feel quite right when hitting it. For instance, the sound of the cymbals, even when I turn down the other like musical instruments parts, sections, or whatever, it still sounded really low for some reason.
Mhm.
I even like tried to focus on changing the bass, turning the main music track down, and it still had issues with the sounds not being leveled out correctly. So even though I tried to turn that down, I even turned off the sound effects, which actually improved the game. But at the same time, there were some other issues with like the gun sounds when you turn down the sound effects. So
Mhm.
it's like you don't hear that gun feedback, but you do hear when you click on the button. It's just so weird. I haven't come across this in any other game, and I noticed that the audio is really what I couldn't get into any rhythm. Because if I missed a note or a grenade or whatever, I would have the issue of getting back on track, and sometimes it would really cost me. And yeah, I for like the longest time I thought, am I bad? Am I bad at this game? But no, I definitely think a lot of the sync with the music, hitting the notes, and the way that when you hit an enemy with your gun and a bullet, it doesn't make a sound, or it makes a sound but it's delayed.
Yes.
And then that
thank
delay,
you.
it's like you're hitting it, it's like the bullet, it's like, and then the thing with the bullet, that makes a sound, but also the enemy that you're shooting makes a sound. So it's like two separate sounds upon the musical track. So it's like that throws you off. Also with the UI, it doesn't help at all. But yeah, that's pretty much the thing I would change. The audio needs a big improvement.
I think everyone already kind of threw in their 2 cents about the UI, and I essentially agree with everyone. So I think my answer was more towards like something fun to add, not really like a requirement, but it'd be interesting
Mhm.
if they allowed like some sort of character customization and kind of added you into the storyline. Because I
Ooh,
feel
okay.
like, yeah, with the way all the characters, with the way they wrote all the characters, it's very like playful. They have a lot of jokes with each other. And I think if they allowed the option of, yourself being in the story, it'd be a lot more fun for you to choose your own options of how to like reply to everyone. And
That's
even
good.
just like, yeah, even other options of like maybe choosing different features for your instrument, maybe that could add different skills to the actual gameplay versus selecting a new weapon because you hit a certain streak of notes. I think it'd be cool to add like a little bonus if you chose a different kind of customization.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I'm glad Nakaso mentioned that though, with the sound that happens after you hit the enemy, because I noticed that too in the beginning. I was like, am I just supposed to pretend I didn't hear that? Because it's gonna throw me off a lot. Oh, and another thing though, this is unrelated to customization, but I don't know if this happened to you guys, but there's a time I thought I finished the level, but then it waits a few seconds before ending the song. And I think one of the stragglers, I couldn't shoot them anymore because there's no more notes to hit. And then it took my last life and I failed the level. So I think
Preach
it'd
it,
be nice
sister.
if-
Oh my God.
Okay,
Yup,
so
that
it's
happened to me
not just
so many
me.
times.
Okay.
Please state if you have completed the game or not and what difficulty you played on. Tell us why you did or did not complete the game.
Okay. I literally sat down and played for like 3 hours and then never touched it again. It was a fun game, but it's not the type of game where like I could wake up and be like, damn, I sure could play some double kick heroes. It's not my, it was fun, obviously. But yeah, I don't know how far in comparison to the end. I can just say
Maybe 50%.
I don't know. Yeah, I was talking about it with Teo Man, and he said I'm about halfway, and I played on hard mode. I don't know what their translation is in the game for hard.
Was
but
it the middle difficulty?
Easiest.
No, I started with middle and found it boring. So then I went one up.
Judging, normally most people, they'll just pick the middle one because, middle, medium makes sense. Yeah. But if you pick the middle one and then you went up one, that means you were playing on very hard.
Oh.
That explains why I stopped playing after 3 hours. Now doesn't it? I mean, no, it was fun though. I feel like I could really get myself into it with certain beats. I can finally land it, but then I don't think I reached the part where it becomes like button mashing. I don't think I reached that part yet. Yeah.
Trust us. You saved yourself the headache.
Trust me. I played twice.
Okay, I did complete the game, but it was like in a bad. I think I got like some sort of bad ending, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
But I did try my best to stay in normal mode, the second difficulty. But there were some levels that were like it was too much for me to handle, so I had to go like one difficulty down back to easy mode.
Okay.
So it was like, are you kidding me? I gave myself like a three strike penalty thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't complete this level within a normal difficulty, I just go back down to easy mode.
No, I did not complete the game.
No, honesty, man, I love it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Difficulty. I started on medium, but after that one song, I'm like, nah, screw it. I just stuck to easy. I'm here for a good time, not a bad time. So. I've been playing. I played the rest of the game on easy, but so.
Wait, and how far do you think you got?
A little bit past the halfway point when you go into Europe after the church. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
Jeez.
I did finish the game, and I played the entirety of the game on hard rock difficulty, which is the second one because it was considered medium. As to why I actually completed it, I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea why. I just, I don't know. I was like, I have to complete it. I don't know what was driving me. I don't know. Maybe just like suffering. So yeah, that's my reason.
Yeah, I played this stupid game.
Oh, you finished it?
I completed this dumb game. I did it on the hardest mode, like in the beginning. And because it adds a sniper, so I'm using 3 fingers. But
oh my god.
I kept on. I think on every level, I always start at the top, and then I kept on failing, and I kept on going down to the point where I would try expert, and then I would get so frustrated. I would go to medium. I'd get more frustrated. I'd go to the second, and if I'd either beat her or not, and I'm like, after a couple playthroughs, I go to easy, just because of the gameplay. Yeah, I completed a lot of this stuff with the sniper too.
See, actually, you're crazy. You actually started at the top.
Yeah, my fingers were in pain.
Even the final world, you started at the highest. That
one I always started. That's when the lowering the difficulty started coming in.
Freaking yeah! I completed the game. God, I ain't no quitter. The heck.
Okay.
I ain't no quitter. Even though you guys told me not to worry about it, I'm like, no, I want to nominate. That's why I completed this game. So I can nominate a game for Video Game Book Club. That was my driving force. Also, I hate losing. So
beautiful. Straight to the point.
It's a valid reason.
I started the game at hard rock because I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure how difficult this is gonna be if there's 6 different difficulties. So I'm gonna start here. I get to chapter 4. I struggle with it. Nakuso watched me die a lot, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I can just play on the easier mode. I go down to hard. My save gets wiped, and I'm like, well, F that. I play on the easy mode so I can speed run the rest of the game because I'm not dealing with that again.
I played 75% of this game on metal difficulty, which I thought was normal mode until you told me that was actually hard mode. So I was like, huh. Maybe that's why I was having a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I beat the game for some reason. But yeah, I beat the game. It was really difficult. The difficulty during that whole thing was really wonky. and I had to switch it down to normal a couple of times. And then some tracks I found normal to be too easy, which is really weird.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say middle difficulty, which is the hard one, is what I played on the most. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, a lot of frustration. I wanted to quit. I know I messaged you. I was going to have a mental breakdown, but I just can't let a game win.
Yeah.
It's like I don't like losing. I don't like being beat. I don't like the game winning.
Good.
You don't
good.
don't let them beat you. You beat them.
And now we have come to the most controversial part of the video, the final verdict and score. So before we proceed, I would like to clarify that any views or opinions represented here are personal and belong solely to those who stated said view or opinion, and do not represent the Weeboo Thugs channel as a whole. Now, let us proceed. Shai Shen, you're going up first. Give us your final verdict in 2 to 4 sentences, and please give it a final rating from 0 to 10 using a 0.5 scale.
So yeah, it's a taiko drum zombie game, quote unquote zombie. Excellent art, decent music, but the mediocre core gameplay and frustrating rhythm renders this game from being a hidden gem to an hindered mess. 5 out of 10.
Ooh, all right.
Oh.
As we're going, it's coming hot. All right, but Jerwin.
I think this could be a 5 because there's some levels that I'm like, yeah, that was fun on this difficulty. Different difficulty, it's not that fun. To be honest, there's like 10 levels that I was like, I'm vibing to this. But this could probably, because of how janky it was, could have just been a Flash game.
Oh.
Ooh, she's the F word.
Called it a Flash game. The F word.
That's disrespect.
Hey, I give it a 5 though.
Okay.
Man.
So 5 out of 10?
Jeez.
Woo. She
Yeah.
called it a Flash
It's a game.
All right.
If you like to be double dicked while playing through a unique metal rhythm game with gameplay flaws that drag you into the pits of hell, I recommend playing this game. If you are a huge fan of metal music, otherwise, I would avoid this monstrosity of a game that calls itself rhythm. 6 out of
Did you
10.
say double dicked?
Yeah.
He gave it a higher score than I did. Dang.
It sounds so bad. And then you gave it the highest score out of Bajerwin and Shai Shen. I am proud of you. You
You
have,
said double dicked. How'd you give it a 6?
dude, he has mastered the art of the IGN review.
It's good. Not that good, but it's good. I love the visuals, and then I love the little details of like even though it wasn't voice acting, it was like they would have the little during the dialogue, the little
Beeps and boops.
beeps. Yeah,
Mhm.
each character had like a different tone, so I thought that was a cute little like quality to put. But anyways, I enjoyed that aspect of it, but I feel like the actual gameplay itself it's good. It's got potential. That's what it has. So I'm gonna have to give it a spicy 6.5 out of 10.
Ooh, okay.
That's
Like
pretty
that.
spicy.
Spicy.
Jeez, it's so hard to say. I'd say 7 out of 10.
Okay.
We really are going
Wow.
for a
Hey, you just went straight for the score. Dude, the viewers are gonna love you.
Again, art's good. The story was okay. Gameplay wise, it could have been a lot better.
So, while the game does have good music, nice art style, and just generally good amount of pop cultural references for anyone to indulge in, the unfortunate part is the gameplay, the UI, and just accessibility overall just killed it heavily. And the whole steep difficulties, spike and just inconsistent notes really make it hard to play even on an enjoyable level. And that being said, I would have given this a 5 out of 10, but on the main caveat that I was able to get this game for free on Game Pass. Had I had bought this for the intended $21.99 price tag and played this, had I get that, it would have been a 4.
Okay, but as it stands, it is a 5.
As it stands, with my current condition, yes, I give it a 5.
Ooh.
So freaking virus. Even though the music is pretty good, I feel like the major issue with Double Kick Heroes is that it lacks that beautiful synchronization between music, gameplay, and visuals. Rather than interweaving and combining all three key elements together, like in games such as Rhythm Heaven Fever and Patapon, The music, gameplay, and visuals all just feel very isolated from one another. They just feel like they don't complement each other effortlessly and are at a constant tug of war with each other. So, that said, that is why I am giving Double Kick Heroes a 5.5 out of 10. Amen. May we never see this game again. So, Double Kick Heroes gets a final Weeboo Critic average of 40 out of 70. 57% Metacritic score. Thank you for playing. Wow, that's a bad score. All right.
Terrible, but worth it.
Bonus mystery questions time. So none of you guys know what I'm about to ask, but that's part of the fun. Question number 8. Other than the recorder, what was the first instrument you ever played?
Oh, the
Gross.
very first instrument. I never really thought about it, but I believe it would have had to have been an electric guitar my dad bought ages ago from like Walmart, like a first act electric guitar. I still have it right here, but that was definitely the very first instrument I remember picking up and actually trying to learn a little how to play.
And you said electric guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Badass.
Dang.
Like that.
Damn.
It's good. It's good. All right.
Mine are ugly answers.
It's the violin.
Okay. Violin.
Violin. Oh.
Yeah, because I was in orchestra class during my elementary and junior high.
Oh, I never knew that. Nice.
You have to exclude the xylophone too, by the way, because that's something everyone learns to play as a child.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And
Good point.
obviously, it was the flute.
Ooh.
I wanted to join band in I think I was early elementary school, and flute was the first option, and I was too lazy to look at the other options. So I just went with flute, and then I played it all the way through till middle school, I think. And then I was like, bye flute. But I miss her every day.
For me, it was electric guitar. And what made me play it was a lot of music growing up, a lot of metal music. And also, Guitar Hero made me actually want to learn real guitar. So during my high school years, I actually played guitar and in band. The first one I ever had was the Epiphone Les Paul guitar, which I bought on a music website with like an amp and headphones and stuff. So yeah, electric guitar is like the instrument that I actually learned to play. I guess like the most compared to like piano, which I know a little bit of. But yeah, electric guitar.
Okay, so this is a weird answer because I picked up 2-3 instruments at the same time. Because I picked up piano at the same time as I picked up flute. But I picked flute, one, because it was light to carry, but because I ordered an ocarina that same year so I could play the ocarina. And then instead of sticking to the ocarina, I ended up going to alto saxophone when I moved away. But all 3 of them were like my babies. I played all of them religiously.
That's cool.
I like that.
I really wanted to play video game music, and I just love music. And I also felt inferior as an Asian because everyone I knew played some cool instrument, and I'm like, I'm not cool enough. I need to play piano. Nang playing Final Fantasy, freaking heck, memory.
Heck
Yeah, I remember that.
My golden years.
So I can play a bunch of. I can play a lot of Legend of Zelda songs on piano and the ocarina now. So.
Well, I can play Tetris on the flute.
Damn it, I'm losing.
First instrument, I never really was into instruments, but I played the violin. I stayed for the friends,
I remember.
and we were forced to choose an instrument, and I just kept on playing, I think, till end of middle school, just because there was a cute girl.
Got him. Who was
Beautiful.
it?
And yeah, that's kind of it.
I like that. All right. The first instrument I played was the clarinet.
I remember.
And it is specifically because that section was located next to the flute section in band class. And similar to Shai Chen, I had a huge crush on a girl in that section. So that was the reason why I got stuck with it. But I mean, that was 3 great years.
Twinsies.
I thought you chose clarinet for Squidward. I've been lied to my whole life. You lied to me.
That would be a second one.
You lied to me.
Did you?
All right.
Twinning.
I bet you weren't even in track, were you?
Let's go. I wasn't in track. I was in field.
Wait,
Yeah.
Me running? Hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I respect this guy.
My life is a lie.
Imagine you are now the greatest musician in the world. What instrument would you want to have complete mastery over, and why? I mean, if you know me, you probably know what I'm going to say, especially recently. For me, it would just be bass guitar. Like, I just want to slap that thing and just like freaking
Slap that
vibe.
bass, baby.
Yeah, just I don't know. It's just like a nice sounding, vibing instrument. And then when you need to sound badass, you just hit those bass notes like hard. You just slap it even harder, and it just sounds cooler. So for me, it would be bass guitar. I just like the sound of it.
I get you, dude.
Okay, all
Once you
right.
get in a groove, just
It's just good. Also, that's also part of the reason why I like the Bully soundtrack. A lot of bass. Okay.
What the heck?
yeah.
So-
that makes sense. Yeah.
Is it possible to say the computer?
Do you want to be a
No,
DJ artist?
sorry. I mean, musician. It has to be a musical
Does
instrument.
count?
Is
Okay,
mayonnaise
well,
an instrument?
well, if anything, I'm not really going for music. I don't really mind. Like, I'm not really into that type of area. But if I would say anything, I'll say guitar, just for the economics of being able to social media and popularity wise.
You want the clout.
Yeah.
The clout, bro.
Yeah,
I
no
feel
shame in that.
Good talk.
Yeah.
Quiet.
it just goes quiet. Like, is my audio good?
I would say the computer with the DJ and like programs.
The
But yeah.
Fruity Loops.
You like the EDM.
Good
Why do you keep
answer.
getting quiet? What's going on?
Or
What?
I would say
my bad. Okay,
Hello,
my
sorry.
voice. Is a voice an instrument?
Wait,
Yes,
I don't
it
know if
is.
Shai should finish his answer or not.
He did. Were you
Oh.
saying bye to somebody?
Yeah, your mom.
Oh, I change it. I
I
want
knew
to.
it. I knew it.
Your mom
I
like,
change it.
walked in, and it's just like, so I immediately muted the mic, and then I was
I
like,
told her to not bother because we're recording.
okay, she was saying bye, so I was like, okay, bye, good night, bye bye.
I changed mine. I don't screw the guitar. I said voice.
Yeah, acapella works.
It says
He wants
instrument.
mastery over
It's
your vocal cords are an instrument.
Your vocals are an instrument.
it's an instrument. You just wake up and you're just you're a god tier musician.
It's not the same.
Okay.
You could say the harp, frick. I don't know.
Yeah, you could have said that like one was it Chinese. Remember that thing in that Kung Fu Hustle, Shaishen? The thing when they were like they're playing these stringed instruments and then wind blades were coming out.
Oh,
That's
the
what I-
giant
that's
like
what I thought you
strumming
were gonna
thing.
say. That's what I thought you were gonna
No,
say.
that is such a stretch. That's like I'm gonna say voice.
Okay, is that what he said the first time?
No, I said
Is it-
guitar. Or I said computer.
It's a computer.
Is-
And then we roasted him.
Yeah, there's loopholes to this. Okay, that's a loaded question.
That's so hard. Okay. What was my reasoning for basically every single version of guitar? All of them, all the different kinds of guitar you can play. Yeah, I can do that now.
Oh, like the banjo.
Magical. They include the banjo. You know, everything that looks like a guitar, I could play that, right? Cool. Only because I've been watching so much My Hero and Kaminari plays the guitar. in
Oh my
the
God.
school.
Wow. All
Hey,
right.
we all have our reasons.
Respect.
I have no
Also,
clue.
I love guitar, I do, but that was mostly my main factor over choosing like piano or something.
For me, it would be the piano. And the
Okay.
reason for that is because there's a lot of touching music that I listened to growing up. And also, this is coinciding with it. The game To the Moon has the music, the
Mhm.
song called Four River, which is so beautiful and so heart moving, especially when you play through the game. It actually made me want to learn piano. And even now, that's the reason why I actually still have a piano. I think the piano is a very versatile instrument, being able to have a really touching, soft music. I think it's just really relaxing to listen to and also to play. So during those times when you're in a certain emotion or mood, you can play it if you're happier, or you could just have one of those depressing nights where you have that really Attack on Titan, everyone's dying type of melody playing.
Initially, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to say vocals because singing is fun or whatever. But I think I would rather prefer the triangle. I love the emotion that you can express, with the grip, the angle of the flick of the wrist. And by triangle, I mean drums. I mean percussion instruments. I feel like I feel really cool playing the drums and stuff. I love playing drums on Rock Band, so I feel like I feel 10 times cooler doing it on stage. And and I've been to a concert where she was I didn't know the artist Hayley Kiyoko. I didn't know she was a drummer. So when she casually just stopped singing and started smashing out the drums, I was like, oh my god, women, oh my god. So it was that moment where I'm like, the drums are it. The drums, I need to learn the drums. There's my answer. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'd say the violin. It's really interesting to hear the strings being at play. It makes me feel like feel more entranced or like more inspired to do something.
Okay.
It's actually because of your line, April. I got you.
Good answer.
So
good
the Wind
answer.
Waker music. The main theme.
Oh, the Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was
Can I be a conductor?
and a couple of YouTube musicians that I like.
Okay.
Like Lindsey Sterling and Taylor Davis, the one that does covers.
Harmonicas, preferably blues harmonica. The reason why is just because I don't know. I can just whenever I hear it, whenever I listen to it, I just get entranced in it somehow. It just you just get carried away in it, and listening to the blues, and then the harmonica comes up, and it's just like you can tell it's just full of energy and soul into it, and I kind of like that. So that's why I've been trying to kind of learn on the side now a little. So
plus you can beatbox.
yeah, I can do that too on the harmonica. So
Priority.
I never forget about that.
That's the real reason. That's the only reason.
Question 10. If you were the leader of a rock band, what would you call it?
Okay.
Oh dear, this is.
I don't know why this is the first answer that came to my mind, but I think it would be great if we were called the Ochinchins. I love the use of repetition. It really symbolizes a lot of what we'll stand for with our music. And yeah, there's my answer. I stand by it.
Thank you.
If people wonder what it is, it's just we're spreading cultural awareness,
I was the leader of a rock band. I would probably call it the Gnaw Kickers.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Well, it's great because it's a tribute to Awesomenauts, which has a lot of great music.
Okay.
And once the game dies, at least someone will remember it,
Dude, that was
have a band.
That was so
And then,
Sounds like you really miss Awesomenauts.
yeah, then we could say we could kick people in the nuts. That's our main thing. That's our quirk.
Oh my lord.
This goes out in honor to my favorite YouTube singer, not Nango or whatever her name is now. I don't remember.
All right.
It goes out to this beautiful video where they were called Dick Slam. They got the I is an exclamation point.
There was a rule that for this to enter your group, you couldn't have like inappropriate name, and we wanted to be Dick Slam, but Dick is inappropriate, so now we became D exclamation point CK Slam.
So
okay.
It would be Dick Slam with exclamation point for the I, but to change it so I'm not copyrighting their band, the exclamation point is also to honor my favorite band, Panic at the Disco, who also has an exclamation point in it.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
It was two names, two of my favorite bands. The first one would be Limp Bizkit 2.
Wait a second.
2.0, baby.
Okay.
And the other one would be for my other favorite band, Nickelback, but this one would be Pennyback.
Dude.
Oh my lord.
Absolute madman.
Thank you.
Okay. all right. Let Tailman have his moment.
Freaking Pennyback.
I'm still laughing.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay, we're good.
You sure? Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm holding it in.
I was waiting for the aftershock, when people say, "Okay, I'm good," and they start laughing again.
No, trust me, I had to mute my mic a little.
I would call the rock band anxiety juice. So get this. After the concert, you know how like rock stars like get really super sweaty? Well,
Yeah.
we'll sell our sweat in jars.
No,
And but it would actually be drinkable. Think of like a drinkable gamer girl bathwater, but
Is this OnlyFans?
we're talking about it's completely different. This is Rockstar juice.
Ah, sorry.
Not
I will
copyright.
never.
I just realized, wait a second. It's not
That's
copyright, I swear.
Rockstar. I've never heard of it. I can confirm.
So say Rockstar energy drink. I was like, wait a second.
Different flavors will be based on what you had that day for
Spell
lunch.
Rockstar differently.
So Tabby, are you going to be sponsoring Rockstar energy drinks?
No,
Okay.
I am not infringing on anyone's copyright. I swear.
I should have copyrighted 3 things in a row, so
The Phantom Desires, because it's totally not Phantom Thieves related.
That's good. That's good. Avoid that copyright. Okay.
10 minutes to Taco Bell.
And why?
Second.
Why? Is because it takes me 10 minutes to Taco Bell, and I thought it was a funny parody of 30 Seconds to Mars. So
I was gonna say, why does it sound familiar?
10 minutes to Taco Bell.
Jeez.
All right. Thank you. And that concludes episode 2 of the Video Game Book Club for the month of January 2021. Thank you, everyone, for always watching and supporting the Weeboo Thugs channel. And thank you, Shaishen, Nakuso, Teoman, Bajurwin, Sol, and Nengo for participating in this episode.
Yes.
Jeez. All right.
Freaking Pennyback.
And then if you guys want to follow anyone here, feel free to, as always, check the description box below. Shaishen, do you want to say anything about your own stuff?
Yeah, I'll be starting a new Twitch channel. I'm gonna start streaming. Just something for me to do. Just Shaishen, SHAISHEN02.
Beautiful. Okay.
Shaishen02.
And then Bajurwin?
what's good? I like to stream on Twitch right now for funsies. You'll see the JRPGs and whatever I happen to do with these Weeboo Thugs. You can find me on Twitch. I'm not entirely sure how that works for English purposes. At Bajurwin11. My name is everything, basically. You'll find me on Instagram, Twitter, and everything under Bajurwin. That's probably me. Have a good day.
All right. Nakuso?
If you would love to learn more about indie games and or see VR type of content, then subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Now That's Gaming with an exclamation point at the end.
Ooh.
And on Twitch, it is Now That's Gaming with a underscore. It's a lot of fun. And also, I might become a VTuber. Who knows?
Do it, coward. Do it.
That's the trend. All right, Nengo?
Gotta get that.
Oh, well, catch me on Twitch at I'm Not Nengo. Catch me on YouTube as Agent Nengo. Catch me on Twitter as Sagat OG. Catch me on TikTok as I'm done with this. What's my TikTok again? Catch me on I'm Not Nengo. That's the most important one on Twitch. Please.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
All right, Sol. That's you now.
I'm a bit slow on the streaming, but I can give it a shot. So if you want to watch my streams, if I'm on, it's Soul Charizard. The username is together, and there's and it's a 1 instead of a I for Charizard. So yeah.
And then Tailman.
Check out my dying channel, please, at Tailman. No, it's funny because I uploaded a video and someone said, "Oh man, just shame his channel's dying." I'm like, wait, what? No. If you all like cardboard guns and memes, be sure to check out my channel, Tailman. That's T83M6N, also known as Happy Prefer, and what other nickname I seem to have at that moment in time. So yeah.
Or
catch you around, maybe.
if you're not really sure how to spell it, literally just type in homemade drum set on the YouTube search. Look for the video with 1 million views and click that and you'll find Tailman.
Hella plug right there.
Super
Oh,
plug.
man.
All right. And with that said, everyone take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you guys in the next month in the next episode of Video Game Book Club. Take care, everybody.
Woohoo!
Adios.
Thank you.
Be chill.